Hey everyone, it's Sunday, August 14th still. I just made the video about the general property update. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start spraying here. I'm going to actually show what I'm doing. I have two separate parts. The back part of the property that we just got done with at the end of the last video, that one's just going to get straight Roundup and just kill everything. And then this year, here next month, middle of next month, I'm going to put down a pre-emergent, and that should get me all through the winter. And I forgot to put it down this year because, well, I thought I was going to actually plant grass there this year, and so I didn't want to put a pre-emergent down because that would kill any of the grass. Well, I didn't end up, putting any grass down. I didn't spray any pre-emergent or anything like that because just complicating factors, so that's why it's so overrun with weeds right now. But we'll get that taken care of next time. But what I am going to do is I'm going to show you the concoction that I'm using for the actual grass, centipede grass. Centipede grass is a little sensitive, but not too bad. But it's a concoction I use, two separate things. One is mesotrione, and the other one I'll show you here. And the other one is just a Trimec Southern. So the Trimec gives you a lot of broadleaf control, doesn't hurt centipede grass. And the mesotrione is usually called Tenacity, but I buy it in the generic form. It's a lot cheaper that way because I go through so much of it. And I only need to do this about 1.5 years after lawn gets established, because after that, the centipede grass itself gets so dense that even if weed seeds make it into the yard, they can't germinate and make it down to the soil surface. So that being said, I'll show you what we have going here, what I have going, what works pretty well, and we'll just take a look here. So first of all, what I use is I found this guy. It's a 4-gallon Ryobi, which I'm not usually a fan, but it's battery powered. 4-gallon backpack sprayer, so I can just load it up, throw it on my back, and walk around. Now I use this for the yard, so I don't have to drive through the yard all the time, but it works really well. Haven't had any issues with it other than a leaking wand, but I got that taken care of. It's nothing that big a deal. So first thing I use here is this Trimec. Now, and it says, for northern grasses, some people use the southern type, but it just so happens I like the, I guess it does say southern grasses there. But this works really well against broadleaves. I don't have dandelion in my yard. I have basically 0 clover, and this stuff also kills spurge really quickly. I did have a little bit of speedwell, and the speedwell, it completely just demolished really quickly too. It's really nice. And this is the other one, mesotrione. This one's the really expensive one. Like this little container, it's 16 ounces. I think it was $90, but you don't use hardly any of it. That's why, you use a syringe. It doesn't take much. But the other thing that you do have to use, and this kills all your grassy type weeds, like your horsetail, your foxtail, your goosegrass, your crabgrass, all 3 types of crabgrass. So that stuff works really well. And the way that works is that actually basically removes the pigment, stops chlorophyll in the weeds, and so it turns everything white. Well, once it's white, photosynthesis can't take part, and then it ends up just basically wasting away to nothing and dying. It takes about a month, but it's one of the few things that actually works on crabgrass in a lawn, without actually hurting your lawn. And then just a surfactant here. This just basically helps the any of the chemicals stick a little bit better to to any weeds that it comes in contact with. And although it says you don't have to use this with the Roundup or the glyphosate, although you don't have to use this, I like using it for that. It seems to make it a little bit better, and the surfactant's pretty cheap. And it just helps it stick a little bit better, so I like using that. So that's what we have going on. That's my solution. And obviously, like I said, the glyphosate is for when I just want to kill everything. But these two guys put together make a nice little concoction. Works really nicely. Takes between 2 and 4 weeks to kill things, but when it does kill it, it never comes back. Like everything I've killed with this, once it's gone forever, which is, obviously really nice. So I'm gonna get this started up here and get going here, spraying the yard. Hey, I was just getting ready to start doing the spraying, the Roundup just on the back part of the property here. And I realized I hadn't actually shown everybody what was the exact setup that I have here. So we're going to take a look. So what I have here is a 26-gallon tank that I just put in the bucket like that. And I just have it strapped in. And so anyway, what we have here, these are just, so this is a broadcast sprayer. Now these are just like lawn sprinklers is all they are, and it came this way, and it actually works pretty good. It shoots up to 20 feet either way. These guys do. It has about 130-degree rotation, so it shoots it way out to the side there, about 20 feet or so. It works really well. And to run this, we just have a 12-volt marine battery here that I'm connected up to now. And I added this. You got a switch. The switch was already there, but what I added was this guy right here. What this guy is this is actually a remote control switch. So this plugs in right here, and now when I'm sitting on the tractor, I can hit there's a little receiver in here, and I can hit a little, well, I can show you here. So that little box right there, and what I put here on the keys is just this guy, and that guy just have an on and off right there, and it has a little antenna here, and so that can kick it on, and it starts it up. And I usually have to, every time I fill this up, I have to check the you know, the rotation on these, because the rotation, they just make it so you can rotate any which way. So I check those. So that's exactly how I broadcast spray. I can cover about 40 feet at one time, and the battery lasts for, well, the battery lasts longer than as much as I've ever needed to use it. Like I've ran 10, probably at least 10 tanks, so 260 gallons. That's a 26-gallon tank. I've ran 260-gallon tank, or 260 gallons through it before, and the battery was still fine. And I put it on a trickle charger and leave it on trickle charger all the time. It's actually one for my motorcycle. It, you know, works just well for that. So with that being said, I'm gonna get this filled up and gonna get to it. Well, everyone, if you were looking closely, I had a little bit of a problem. My broadcast sprayer, which I was just getting ready to turn on because I got all the other stuff done, the valve broke off. Now it's shooting out of there, so couldn't get it done, but I got all the other stuff sprayed. So I got all the stuff sprayed by hand that needed to, all the fine stuff, so that's good. I just need to find that splitter valve there and get a new one ordered, get it here, so that way I can go back to the broadcast spraying. I'm just going to park it for the night. I don't need anything else to do with it right now or this week. So, but I got the important stuff done. The only stuff that's left is the easy stuff. So these things happen, and hope everybody's having a good Sunday and everybody has a good week, and we'll see you next time.